So even within the third-party companies, we've talked about them a little bit. You've got your lines of credit, right? You've got Care Credit. They typically are a credit card.
Revolving line,
revolving line. You've got some of the financing companies are term loans. Some of them are basically in-house financing, contingent funding. Some of them Waterfall.
Yeah.
So that's a big buzzword in the financing world as of late. Waterfalling.
Yeah.
Tell me what that is.
So basically, one application for you take the patient, they apply one time, and then it nails. I should be a little more proper here. It then takes that application and it hits 50, 60, 70 different banks. So now one application isn't just one. It's now one application is now 60 applications. It's increasing the likelihood of that patient, one of those banks saying, yeah, I will work with this person.
Yeah.
It's becoming more popular, I think, because things are ever evolving in the world in general, outside of dentistry right now.
Yeah.
And I think more and more companies, you're going to see that model of one application hits many banks, many different banks.
Well, I like to think that you have something to do with why those companies are being created. You said it earlier. I remember a few years ago, I'm sure you remember this too, you would talk to a financing company, big ones, right? They would say, well, we want to be your only, right? And years ago, we would be like, yeah, sure, Jane. You're going to be our only finance. That's insane. You're not going to be our only finance company. I remember telling some bigwigs at some of the monster companies. I remember telling them, I'm never, ever going to say that in my dental offices. That's crazy. And you talked about it before. You said, do all of the financing companies. And, we do that at Crown. It is a rule that you need to do all of them, even if you get an approval. Right. So let's say we've got 10. You go through 1 and 2, and then 3, you get an approval. We tell our ITCs or implant treatment coordinators, you have to keep going.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, people like options, right? If you are just constantly trying to force everyone into the same little box, you'll lose some people. I like this idea of, hey, this company offered you this. I've got this other company here. Let's see what they offer you. And I've got this other company here. Let's see what they offer you. Some pushback I get sometimes is, well, I don't understand. We already have an approval. Why wouldn't we just stop with that? And it's like, well, patients don't know what they don't know. If they aren't aware that some of these other companies, and remember, none of these companies hurt your credit to check with them, and none of them have an application longer than, if you're good at typing, that's going to take 90 seconds. There's no hard inquiries, right?
Yeah.
What is the harm in getting them approved, right, for 5 companies and having them choose what makes the most sense for them?
Right. And what you're saying is sometimes for someone it's interest rate.
There you go.
So maybe I've got a 17% interest rate, but over here I have a 7. And listeners might think that's no way. There's no way that's going to happen. But it does happen, right? It happens
Constantly.
all the time. And it's because, I think, you tell me if I'm wrong here, maybe I have a certain financial profile that will yield, on average, a 17% interest rate.
Right.
But one of those companies I have done business with several times in the past.
Yeah.
Just pick one, Wells Fargo. I have done business with Wells Fargo. Maybe they do my mortgage. I run my name through their system. And to them, it's like, oh, we know this person.
Yeah.
We know this person pays. We have a history with them.
Right.
And so you'll see 17, 15, 17, 7.
Right.
Right? This does happen.
All the time.
It's a major, major reason. If you care about your patient, you will run every single option that you have to make sure that they have the best deal for them. Right?
Or everything you just said, I'll tell you a very quick, crazy, here's something that you probably, anyone listening, didn't think of. We work with an office in Texas. At this particular office, I'm not going to say the name, but they serve alcohol to their patients in consults because it's Texas.
No,
it's literally a little
no rules in Texas.
Literally a little beer fridge. Not kidding. Anyway, maybe that helps them. I don't know. So I'm talking to. It was actually the patient's. It was actually this gentleman's daughter who We had just moved laterals using ortho, ready to get 2 implants in. Guy is telling me he makes $500,000 a year, travels the world, very, very, very well off. Like, oh, sure. To your point, 5-10 minutes ago, could have just handed me the check for whatever it was, $9,000, whatever. We just could have done it, but said, hey, you got financing, right? I do. Let's look. Let's see what I can get. Well, the first one I applied to immediately denied him. Immediately. I said, okay, that's funny. That's interesting. I'm thinking in my head, maybe he's overextended. Maybe he's just lying to me. Maybe, okay. Go to the next one. Max amount approved. Go to the next one. Max amount approved. Forgot which one we landed on. Chooses it. Picks it up. Everything signed, sealed, delivered. Everything's great. But I got this thought in my head. I'm curious. That first one denied. Why? So I started asking him some questions. I'm like, hey, just morbid curiosity. Have you ever worked with this company before? Have you ever worked with this bank before? Here's the bank. Have you? No, I don't think so. I'm like, are you sure?
The one that denied him?
Yeah, the one that denied him. I'm sorry. Like, are you sure? Because this seems very odd. And he goes, oh, wait a minute. When I was young and dumb, I got a boat, and this bank was the holder of the note, and I defaulted on it. Doesn't matter that he makes $500,000 a year and can...
It's blacklisted.
That company doesn't want to work with him again.
Right.
If I had stopped at 1, he would have just paid cash. However, in this scenario, right, this isn't life or death for this particular person, but that's like a unique situation you don't even necessarily think of.